On this episode of Bondi Vet,
Who do we have here?
Alison and Audrey fall in love with orphan dingo pups doing it tough.
They're hunted pretty ruthlessly. We get a lot of orphans because of baiting.
His bones are sticking out of his skin and he's very, very weak. This is not a well dog.
Can Scott stop little Bam Bam from wasting away?
We're in a position now where Bam Bam is close to stopping.
Let him roll.
And has Tim finally met his match?
A croc like this, make a mistake, you only get one chance. Whoa!
You make my world a better place.
Come on, there's your girl.
I can depend on you.
See how he stands on it really well now?
Yeah, he actually hops on it very well.
At the Possumwood Wildlife Sanctuary, Audrey and Alison are back to check up on some favourite patients.
He's got really good muscle on his back legs too.
But baby wallaby Buzz is not the only orphaned animal they're helping today.
Buzzy!
Is it all exciting? Can you sense we've got some new visitors?
Waiting to see the twin vets are 5 rescue dingoes and their protective carer Charlie.
Hi Charlie, how are you?
Good,
Look at
thanks.
all your little friends. Who do we have here?
This is Matisse,
Hi,
one of our little
Matisse.
rescue dingo puppies.
He's one of the 3 boys.
One of the 3 brothers.
Desexing today.
That's it. And Ada, yes.
Charlie is the founder of Sydney Fox and Dingo Rescue, a unique sanctuary for animals that are too often persecuted in the wild.
Australians have a real love-hate relationship, unfortunately, with the dingo. They've been here for at least kind of 8,000 years, according to scientific research, and obviously play an undoubtedly really important role in our ecosystem. Hey, sweet boy.
So they are wild dogs. So how did they end up in care with you?
So these guys were found in a mining site. So the mining company had accidentally unearthed a den, and the parents had left and were nowhere in the area, and the pups were very, very young. Luckily, one of the workers actually took them home with her and got in touch with us and bottle fed them and looked after them. They are considered a pest in a lot of areas, and they're hunted pretty ruthlessly. We get a lot of orphans because of baiting, and also up in Queensland they're still allowed to use things like strychnine and arsenic, which is horrendous.
Once rescued, dingoes are not legally allowed to return to the wild, despite being native to Australia.
Obviously all our dingoes are desexed, which is why we've got our dingoes here today being neutered, because they can't go back to the wild, and there are far too many dingoes in captivity and far too few homes for those dingoes to go to.
Who's going to go first?
Maybe Ada.
Yeah, if we start with Ada, and then we do the boys.
Our girl.
Our
Okay.
gorgeous old girl.
Very calm, actually.
Yeah. She's an absolute sweetheart, aren't you, Ada?
Unlike the male pups, Ada is a victim of the dingo pet trade.
So Ada was actually dumped. She was left on a lady's porch, tied up, no microchip, not desexed, in pretty poor body conditions.
She's lost her incisors at the top. Was she locked in a cage or something where she was chewing down?
It's quite possible.
Chewing on chains, they just completely grind it down.
We get asked to take multiple ex-pet dingoes every week that can no longer kind of be taken care of by their former owners. People who've seen a cute fluffy puppy and thought that they would be like having a normal domestic dog, and obviously they're quite different and quite unique. I mean, they are essentially wildlife.
I'm just pressing there on her trachea and it's causing a lot of reaction. That would make me worried it might be something like kennel cough.
Ah, okay. Yeah, sure.
Which is easy enough to pick up. You do have to be careful with being around
With
the lung.
the other little ones, yes.
So we are concerned about the cough today because it could be contagious and infectious. So it could potentially spread to the other dingoes, any unvaccinated puppies. So we really do want to get down to the bottom of it.
We might delay her surgery.
Yep.
Only because the anaesthetic, because the anaesthetic is a bit stressful on their respiratory airways.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll pop her on some antibiotics for 2 weeks.
Yep.
And then I probably will check in with you.
Yeah, cool.
And then schedule her for her desexing next time. Yeah.
All right, first one up the rank, Matisse.
Matisse, you've been moved up the rank because Ada's not going ahead. All right, let's get your weight. 13 kilos.
Well, it's our first time ever treating or doing surgery on just dingoes, pure dingoes. And I think they're pretty cute.
Nice.
Very active. Very cheeky, huh?
They're really active, they jump around a lot, but really lovable.
All right, little needle. Sleepy time.
Oh, he's a bit cute, isn't he?
I like him when he's sleepy.
Can we just cuddle him all day?
We would have thought that we'd actually be sitting here with a dingo today in our wildlife hospital. The journeys we have gone. The pre-med's working.
So desexing Matisse is going to be like desexing any other male dog that we do in the clinic. It's just one skin incision where we get both testicles out, so we actually leave the scrotum in place.
Okay, all done. Let's stitch him up. He's all done, so ready for the next one.
While Audrey and Alison move into desexing their next patient,
Nothing going on, just vibration.
rescuer Charlie helps watch over the recovering dingoes.
How could you not love these guys? They're just such incredibly unique, intelligent, special animals. I don't think that I have ever been around animals as intelligent as the dingoes. They impress me with their antics and their skills. They work as teams, which is incredible. They're pretty remarkable.
Hey, lucky lost.
So we're all done.
We've done Banksy,
Rembrandt.
Matisse, and Ada. High five.
So we come out into the waiting room just to check on all the dogs that we've desexed today. And there's one more patient left, the lovable Ernie.
So Ernie was poisoned by 1080 bait up in Queensland. So he actually started having seizures. He aspirated and got pneumonia in one
Oh
lung.
gosh, okay.
And
That was during the seizure?
During the seizure. He's just had a rough ride, haven't you, Ernie?
Ernie was left with serious complications from the poisoning. He was rushed to Specialist Animal Hospital Sash for life-saving treatment.
Because he was feeling so unwell, he wasn't eating, which is why he's lost quite a bit of weight and had to have the feeding tube placed.
How old is he?
So he's about 5 months old, we think, but
So
Younger
it's like
than
these
these
guys.
guys.
yeah. So you can see the difference it's made to his
much
poor little
skinnier.
body.
Yeah.
So he's got a long way to go.
All right, let's get him into surgery. I might need a hand with him because he's a little bit scared. Ernie's pretty sad. I mean, he looks really sore. He looks quite, upset. So we're just checking in on him today, checking his gastric tube, make sure that he's recovering well.
Yeah, he feels a bit warm. I don't know. I think I'm just so paranoid about everything now that I'm like, we just check his temperature.
Anything indwelling is always a higher chance of infection, so you want to make sure that we keep infection away.
It's looking a little bit better, little me.
Yes, I know. All right, baby. That was it. We're not going to touch you anymore. You've been through too much, okay? You're done. Send you and your friends home.
They are amazing animals, but they're not a typical pet, and they do belong in the wild. They are a part of our wildlife. I would love for it to be possible for wildlife carers to release dingoes back into the wild. I would like to see better protections for them and a more compassionate way of coexisting with these fairly essential animals that really deserve that kind of recognition as the native animals that they are.
You shivering, Bam Bam? Oh, sorry.
Doggy babysitters Natasha and her son Josiah have arrived at the Richmond clinic with 8-year-old Bam Bam.
We'll see the vet shortly. I'll fix you up nice and better. Don't worry, Bam Bam. We brought Bam Bam in today because we found that Bam Bam was getting a bit lethargic and he wasn't eating his food like he normally does. And he was just constantly drinking water and constantly going to the toilet, which we found very worrying. Don't worry, your mummy will be back very shortly. You'll be able to see your mummy soon, yeah?
The Maltese Terrier's owner, Alyssa, is overseas.
So far, we've been looking after him for the last 2 weeks, and we've noticed that within the last few days is when his health has deteriorated. Looking at the way that he is and how frail he is, we are a bit scared, I have to say.
Hi there, guys. How you doing?
Hi.
Hello. Hi, Bam Bam. Oh, buddy, you're not looking so well, are you? All right. Come on into the console. Let's have a better look, shall we? Bam Bam is in a really bad way. You can see straight away that he's shivering, he's shaking, he looks very, very quiet. I know Alyssa, and I know how much she loves this dog.
Yes.
So I think it's very important that we've got a chance to see him today. Let's just unwrap him and see what we've got. Oh my goodness, you have shrunk. What has happened to you, mate? Bam Bam and his mum Alyssa are regular clients of ours, and to see Bam Bam literally have shrunk before my very eyes is concerning indeed. So you say he's been drinking a lot?
Yes.
And he's been then urinating a lot?
Yes.
Not been eating particularly well?
No. Well, no food at all within the last 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Bam Bam, buddy. Hey, let's have a little look at you. If I get you, just pop your hands around his shoulders there. Thank you. He's looking a little bit pale. His gums are a little pale there. He's definitely a little bit dehydrated, which is amazing when you see him drinking so much.
Yes.
You think, of course, he's drinking enough to keep him well hydrated, but in this case, not. Let's spin him around. Good boy, good boy. There you go. You're just a skin and bone. Lucky he's got all this fur. It's certainly hiding the fact that he is exceptionally thin.
Yes.
His bones are sticking out of his skin, and he's very, very weak. This is not a well dog. So let's just pop him on the scales. Good boy. Good lad. Good lad. It's okay. He's actually lost about half of his body weight. He was 4.6 the last time I saw him, and he's now 2.6. When patients come in and they've lost 5 or 10%, that's still cause for concern. When a dog comes in and loses 50% of its body weight, that's a real worry. He is showing a lot of the classic symptoms of diabetes. Now, it could be a whole bunch of other things as well, and none of them are very nice, but diabetes you can kind of relate almost to a car that's leaking petrol. If you put a hole in the petrol tank, that energy seeps away and eventually the car stops. We're in a position now where Bam Bam is close to stopping, and we need to make sure that we provide him with everything he needs to stay around, don't we, mate? Hey? Yeah. Particularly when your poor mummy's on holiday. Yeah. So what we need to do is to immediately have him in hospital, run a few tests, and see exactly how unwell he is. If it is diabetes, we need to start treating straight away, and that will be with injections. So of course, he'll have to stay here at the clinic. If Natasha and Josiah hadn't brought Bam Bam in today, I really would have worried that he wouldn't have made the night. This is a very thin, very sick dog, and he definitely needs our help. Well, look, you guys just say a quick goodbye, and then I'm gonna take him down to the hospital, all right?
Bye, Bam Bam. It was definitely hard to say goodbye to Bam Bam today. Taking him away like this, it just felt heartbreaking, you know, so, but I know that he's in the best of hands. I'm just glad that we got him here on time.
Hey, Sam.
Hi.
Right now, Uncle Scott and vet nurse Sam are busy trying to find out what's caused Bam Bam's massive weight loss.
I'm concerned about a number of possible conditions, diabetes being at the top of the list. So let's take some bloods and see what we can find,
See
shall
what's
we?
wrong with you.
Diabetes is a condition where animals just can't produce enough insulin, the hormone responsible for converting sugars into stored energy.
It's going to be brave, aren't you?
He hasn't got the energy to fight, I'm afraid. Good boy. Bam Bam is like a car leaking petrol. Because of his diabetes, he's losing a hell of a lot of energy, of glucose, and he's urinating it out. But unlike a car, when it stops, when it's run out of petrol, Bam Bam will keep going. He'll start breaking down fats, and that will lead to toxic products, which will then accumulate in his body, and if left, he'll die.
Good boy.
Okay, good boy, Bam Bam. Well done, well done. All right, I'll give our fellow a cuddle.
good.
Do you mind running that for
Yeah,
me,
of course.
please? Diabetes sounds like it should be something very manageable and very treatable, and very often it is, but it can get to an exceptionally severe stage, and certainly Bam Bam is showing all the signs that he is at that stage. You just need lots of love and cuddles, don't you? A lot of faith as well, because you are not well at all. What's your mummy gonna say, hey? She's gonna be very worried about you.
As the results come through, Scott's fears are confirmed.
Bam Bam's results really aren't good. It's clear that he is a diabetic. His blood glucose level is through the roof, and at the same time, he's got a lot of other changes suggestive of an exceptionally unwell dog. The next step for Bam Bam is that we'll need to hospitalise him and place him on a drip. That will help to hydrate him and also to correct some of the changes that I can see on the bloods. Well done. All right, Sam, if you want to pop him in a little candle for me, that'd be great.
You get lots of love and cuddles.
Bam Bam's chances of survival at the moment, I just can't tell you. He is very, very unwell. He's very, very thin and dull and weak. He's not eating, he's not drinking, he's dehydrated. So I just don't know what's going to happen with him.
Bye, Bam Bam. You've got to get better. Good boy. Stay there. Good boy. I'll see you soon.
I'm so happy with this guy. He is doing so much better, isn't he?
He's perked up so much. He's
Yeah, I know.
so lively.
2 days later, and Bam Bam is definitely on the road to recovery.
Hey, well, let's see. You're going to eat some food because that is the key to starting to control your diabetes, isn't it? Yeah, you're getting better. Better and better. Good boy. Bam Bam is so thin, painfully thin, and we need to get some weight on this guy. The only way to do that, of course, is when he starts eating, and of course, then starting the insulin injections, which will help him store that energy as fat. Hey, good boy. Good boy. That's it. Wow. God, the difference in the last few days is just massive, isn't it?
He's suddenly come back to life.
I know, he really has. What a good boy. There you go. Hey, so we can start giving you some insulin now, can't we? You lost so much weight, didn't you? You're already starting to put some weight on, which is great, but still a long way to go. Those insulin injections will help you do that, though, won't they? Yes, they will. But we're going to need to give them every 12 hours. So that means that he can't be left. So I know where I can take him, where not only he can get lots of love and affection, but also 12-hourly insulin injections. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Yeah. Because Bam Bam has improved, now I can start giving him more regular insulin injections. And when the injections are given, sometimes they can go to hyperglycemia or low blood sugar. They can go into coma and even die. So he needs to be monitored very, very closely, and I think that's best done at my place. Okay, mate. Let's get you comfortable. Good boy. Okay, mate, you ready for this? Hey? You wanted attention.
Scott's on his way home with Bam Bam. The terrier now needs 12-hourly insulin injections after just being diagnosed with diabetes.
Family, look what I've got. Look.
Bam Bam's owner, Alyssa, is heading back to Richmond from her overseas trip.
Whenever we have patients long-term in the practice, the one thing that I do notice is that they really look for love and affection. And the great thing about bringing them home is they get bucket loads.
Of
course you can. Well, the first one's a little boy.
Oh no! That's really gorgeous. What's his name?
His name is Bam Bam.
JJ, look.
Bam Bam actually seemed really chilled out with the kids. He just loved the cuddles, loved the snuggles, loved all the attention. He seemed to be a very happy boy. All right, mate, it's blood and injection time now, isn't it?
Do I get to have a snuggle
Absolutely.
now? Not you, the dog. Oh, hello, little man. Hello. Oh, you are just delicious. You are just delicious. You're so cute. Okay, no, so
right.
I'm going back to Back to training from
Back
the old
to your
days.
nurse training days, yeah.
Back to the old days. Come on, Bam Bam. I can remember this. I can remember this.
I'm very lucky to have a wife who doubles as a vet nurse from time to time. So whenever I bring patients home, she's always there, ready to lend a hand, unless they're cats. She's not great with cats.
So what are you testing for here?
Just testing for blood glucose. Just holding that on for me there, my love. Thank you. Yeah, just to see what his sugar levels are right now, just before we give his insulin.
It was a very short vet nursing career, 18 months, and I was good with the dogs. I think Scott would say I was good with the dogs, but cats, I was just rubbish with cats. That's 8.2, so what's that out of?
The normal range is between 5 and 8. He's been up to 30 whilst we've been looking after him. Okay. All right then, champ, you're gonna be brave. Oh, well done. Good boy. Brave boy.
Brave puppy. He's very thin still though, hey?
He is. He's got a long road ahead of him, this guy. Haven't you, hey?
It was like the team back together today. Me holding the little fluffy doggy, Scott doing his bit. It was nice to just kind of go, oh yeah, I know how to do this. I can help you out with this one.
Okay, who's gonna help me bath him? Okay, so put your hand out. There we go. Let's put a little bit of shampoo on there. That's it. There you go. And then just give him a little bath. That's it, nice and gentle. So we decided that Bam Bam looked like he needed a bit of a spruce up. So we thought, what nicer thing to do than give him a little bath in the kitchen sink. Okay, and be nice and gentle. Remember, he's a really little doggy.
You've got his head all fluffy and crazy.
He's such a nice boy, isn't he, Summer?
He's adorable. Bam Bam, he made it so nice and clean.
Yeah.
After your bath, Bam Bam, you're gonna go to bed.
For me, life isn't complete unless animals are in it. And as much as we absolutely adore our kids, to have the animals alongside and to see how much the kids love them, for me is the perfect form of family life. There you go. Oh, good drying, Quinn. All right, let's all go off to bed, shall we? Come on. There we go. Come on, Bam Bam.
Yeah, horsey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do really need to get back to the clinic now, but I know that Bam Bam's in really safe hands here at the house. All the injections have been given, and you never know, the little guy, if he plays his cards right, he might even get a lullaby as well.
So you better stay warm with Teddy as he tucks you to bed.
The kids are completely in love with him, and Scott's going to know he's got a job on his hands to take this dog away, but there is an owner somewhere who's going to want him back.
Night-night, Bam Bam.
Hello, mates. Oh, you're looking perky today, aren't you? Hey, you want to go home and see Mummy? Let's hope we can make that happen, shall we?
And finally, Bam Bam's diabetes is under control.
Bam Bam is doing fantastically well. He's putting on weight every single day. He's eating and drinking really well, and his bloods are looking beautiful. So he's very much in the right position to go home. Now it's owner Alyssa's job to take on all the hard work. What a clever lad. What a clever boy. You ready to go home? I know that Alyssa has been dreadfully concerned about Bam Bam while she's been away. Now she's back, I'm sure she just cannot wait to get her hands on him. Look who's this. Hey, Alyssa, how are you?
Oh, how are you?
Who's that?
Oh, miss you so much. How are you? Hey, Bam Bam.
Who's that? Is that Mummy? Oh, he's been dying to see you.
Oh, me too. Miss him so much. Bam Bam.
Well, look, I've got lots to tell you about, so let's pop into the concert room. We'll go through everything.
Thank you.
Have you ever had to give injections to a pet before?
No, never. This is gonna be first time.
How are you feeling about that?
Nervous. I hope I did it. I can do it.
Bam Bam now requires twice daily insulin shots to combat his diabetes. It's a big ask for Alyssa.
So you can suck that up using that syringe for me. Perfect. Pop it through the skin. You'll feel an actual pop.
Oh, it's gonna be hard.
You can do it.
I'm so nervous.
Be brave. That's it. Well done. That's it. Good
And
job.
then?
So you suck it back a little bit and then inject. Good boy. It's all right. It's all right. There, that's done. I know. That's it. Good job. Well done. Well done. Well done you as well. It's hard to do. It's really hard to do.
So nervous.
I know. But you'll get better and better at it, and he'll get better and better at taking it. All right? Good boy, Bam Bam. Hey, Mommy's so good. It's really tough as an owner to give an injection to your pet if you've never given one before, because it is inflicting a very small amount of pain. But what Alyssa's got to remember is that Bam Bam's life depends on those injections, and she's just got to make it happen. All the best.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Bye. Bye, Bam Bam. See you, mates. Bye-bye. See ya.
Bye. Let's go home with Mommy Bam Bam.
I'm excited about today. I'm on the other side of the country in Broome. I'm here to help out a good mate. He said to me, Tim, I've seen you move a few crocs before, but how about you come and help me with Bluey?
At the Broome Wilderness Park, Big Bluey already knows something's up, and croc keeper Dave Tapper is anxiously waiting for Tim to arrive so they can start relocating the massive beast.
Good morning, mate.
Hey, Tim. How you going, mate?
I'm good.
That's good.
How are you?
Yeah, well.
Big day?
Yep, big day planned.
Where is he?
Just up the way there. I've got a couple of boys just keeping an eye on him at the moment.
Let's go.
Yep.
Bluey will be one of the star attractions at the new park, 16 kilometres away.
Bluey, there's a bit of a story. He was captured from the wild. He was eating horses on a cattle station. So, problem croc. And he's been here for about 15 years, and he's very loved. He's a real character. But he's 5 metres, 500 kilos, maybe more.
A huge team of helpers has been rounded up for today's operation.
This is a big move. We've got a big croc, very dangerous, especially for us, but also for the croc. It needs to happen smooth. It's high alert, and we need to be careful at every stage.
All right. So everyone's ready?
All right. All right, guys. Dave, Chris and I go into Bluey's yard, and he's nowhere to be seen. Just watch that rope, mate. Bang! There's Bluey. He's out, and he's right into position. Whoa! That first rope needs to go on now. We need to have our wits about us because a croc like this, make a mistake, you only get one chance.
Whoa! Are you back on that, Tim?
Yep.
Pull back.
Some of it.
The massive beast is using all his 500 kilos to resist efforts to get him out of his pond.
It's gonna roll.
Okay, just hold it there. Keep the tension on.
Let him roll.
Perfect.
A bit of slack, guys.
Tim has been asked to help move the 5-metre monster to the new crocodile park.
This is where it gets hard. Bluey's got the first rope on and he's thrashing about. All we can do is try and hold on, but he's way too strong for us.
Right, now come on,
let him roll. A bit of slack.
It's an epic struggle.
Let him roll.
The angry croc wants to retreat back into his pond.
Hold up, boys, not too much on him.
Then suddenly he starts heading straight for the fence.
Just keep the pressure.
Jeez. Bluey has the ropes on and he's doing big death rolls. And he hits the fence, bites it and rolls into it. He's that powerful. This is a problem because if he can't get himself unstuck, I don't know what we do.
In the struggle to free himself, the giant croc is now also using up too much energy.
Big crocs like this can build up lactic acid. That can kill them. That happens because they struggle and they stress out. Do you want us to give him a bit of slack for a sec?
Yeah. Just a little bit, yeah.
Little bit of slack on.
The team is running out of time. They now have just precious seconds to try to release the agitated croc.
This needs to be fast. If Bluey overheats, he'll die.
Come on. There we go.
There we go.
Rightio, pull away.
With a bit of encouragement, thankfully, Bluey unrolls himself and it's game on.
Okay, hold the tension on there.
Yeah. We'll let him turn, eh? That's it.
Perfect. I want to try and keep him off the fence, so give him a little bit of slack.
Little bit more, little bit more.
Hold on, just hold your ground.
Now it's all hands on deck. Keep that pressure on Bluey. There's a few of us working in and around him. If the guys don't keep the pressure on, he's going to whack one of us.
Okay, Pete, you got your cable ties? Perfect.
Finally, Bluey is subdued. The team needs to quickly tape up his lethal jaws before they inflict any damage.
Once his jaws are restrained, then we take a little breath because he can't bite anymore. Happy?
Snap it off, mate. Perfect.
Now we've got the jaws secured. The main thing we've got to watch out for is when Bluey rolls or thrashes that tail about. He can break your leg, pop your knee, really easy.
Put a couple of you on the tail, a couple grab the legs.
You have to give us a hand here on this one, mate. You got that one? Let's work on that one first. Fair enough.
Bluey won't stay quiet for long, so Tim and the team need to keep moving.
Crocodiles expend energy and they need a little bit of time to reboot. So by moving him quickly, we're hoping to avoid that point where he's able to build up fresh energy and become a problem. Rightio.
Ready? One,
grab
two,
hold, go, pull. That's it. Perfect. Turn him a bit.
That went well. He bowled himself up in the fence for a minute, but he came right back out. Good capture.
Okay, stop. Perfect.
Now we need to move quick and get him to his new home before that lactic acid builds up, because that can really hurt him. That went well, Dave?
Yeah, so far so good. Okay, fellas. Now this is a bit that's really going to test your mettle. Like I said, he's a very heavy animal, so lift safely, bend at the knees.
1, 2, 3. Swing a bit lighter, big.
The 500-kilo heavyweight is being moved to the truck that will take him to the new park site.
Shuffle, shuffle, that's it. Even though we're all prepared and ready for the lift, it's still caught everyone by surprise. The immense weight of Bluey is a real struggle. Okay, and down.
No toes. Glad we had a few extra people.
The road trip to Bluey's new home is just 16 kilometres, but every minute he stays restrained is critical.
I'm sure he's stressing out. He's probably wondering what's going on. It's been a long time since he's had ropes on him and been captured, and our whole operation, of course, is to minimise that stress to him.
Got a mattress for under his chest, just to stop the vibration. Now the crane lifts Bluey onto the truck, and we put some wet blankets on him and a shade structure, because we've got a 15-minute journey to Bluey's new home. We need to move fast. If Bluey overheats, he'll die. That's a confident croc.
Yeah, exactly. So it went pretty well. I was pretty happy.
In Broome, Bluey is finally on his way to his new pond at the relocated crocodile park.
Now he's heading home.
Oh, I'm glad for that. The release? Well, that could be a different story. Yep.
Tim is desperate to get the 500-kilo croc back into the water, so unloading has to get underway as quickly as possible.
Let's get him off. When we let Bluey go, we want to see that he's full of energy. If he's not, and he's lethargic, and he just sits there, that's an indication that he's exhausted. We want to see a firecracker. That means he's got plenty of energy, and this was a success. We'll point his head right at the water.
The dangerous release is creating plenty of interest.
We've all braced ourselves ready. We just need to get those ropes off quickly, safely, and get out of his way. Rightio, Tim, we're going to get cracking on this?
Yep.
Okay. So his legs are free? Right.
What's that tail? My stomach has butterflies. Dave is going to cut all the ropes, cut all the tape, some people will be on Bluey, and my job is last rope. I'll have the only rope that's holding his jaws shut, so when everything else is gone, I'll hold on tight, and hopefully it unwraps. Hold him. Whoop, whoop.
Hold him, guys, hold him.
This is where someone can get seriously hurt.
All right, clear off. Get back.
Back behind me, Rocco. If Bluey doesn't stick to the plan, as soon as he can feel freedom, whack, he's up. He's okay.
Once he gets a look at that water, he should just walk straight in. It's pleasing to see Bluey have some sort of energy. We know then that he hasn't built up a great deal of lactic acid in his body.
Here we go.
Go on, big boy.
Keep going.
Bluey's finally in. It's been a big day.
It's a real thrill, a real buzz to finally move him. He is a great crocodile, very dynamic. He's great on tour, and it'd be good to see him back on tour and, of course, pleasing the crowd.
Well, he's happy, mate.
Yeah, no, that went pretty well. I'm happy with that too.
He was cheeky.
Oh, yeah. Caught us a little unawares at the end there, but yeah, still went well though.
What a day. A 5-metre saltwater crocodile captured and successfully removed. That's a good day in my book.